block tonight, man. We could thank Mr. Ed Owens over there. I'm only responsible for one song of the ballot block tonight, which was Jeff Tate's Queensryche is Another Rainy Night. The rest of the ballot block belongs to Ed. Good picks, man.
Thanks.
Very good picks. So back to our little debate. Now, I do have to admit, when I was listening to the Steelheart song, I was getting freaking goosebumps up and down my arms the way this dude sings. I mean, he is incredible. I can't take that away from him.
Yeah, he's amazing. Jeff's great, but I think Millie has a little more range in his voice there.
I know. I'm still. I guess because I'm so. I
mean, it's hard to
biased on this situation.
It's hard to get off the Queensryche train because they had such a big influence when they came in with, Queen of the Reich. When you first heard that song come out, I mean, anybody that was into metal, into rock, it blew you away. You were like, what the heck is this? And you were an instant fan of them, and you probably never stopped being one from there on out.
Exactly. And like I said, like I'm going back to like the early 80s of Queensryche, and what I noticed in Queensryche was never the same when Chris DeGarmo left the band. He was one of the major parts and pieces of that puzzle. He was the major songwriter in that band. The songwriting really went downhill when he left the band.
Oh, I agree.
You can tell,
One thing I will, it's something I talk about with my friends and stuff a lot, but how many great songs can you expect out of a band?
True.
There gets to a point where you're going to start like overlapping, where you're going to make songs that are sounding too much like the other songs.
Right. You don't want your albums to all sound like the same album. Prime example, AC/DC. It's like every album sounds the same. You don't want that. You want to give what really blew me away, which I think blew away a lot of metal fans back in the day, was when the second Skid Row album came out. People were like, holy crap, what the hell is this? Are you nuts? The Slave to the Grind compared to the first self-titled album of Skid Row was a major difference.
You know what I think?
What do you think?
Never mind.
But it had something all planned, ready to go, and it just like backfired in his face. But anyway, what are we talking about? Dude, what were we talking about? We shouldn't have smoked that doobie during the ballot block, man.
Oh no, I'm gonna kick your butt.
I don't think we should have smoked that doobage. I don't know. Oh, we were talking about bands, expecting bands to put out great songs all the time and great albums, and when you have a great it's actually great to have a legacy that long that you could put out crappy albums and still have a great fan base.
Look at Metallica. They had quite a few good albums there, but then eventually they ran out of juice.
Exactly. They just totally went the other way. Everybody said they sold out with their music and cutting their hair, and the Load album. That started. I mean, they said it started at the Black Album. I don't agree. I think the Black Album's a great album.
I think the Black
Album... They got a little more commercial, but I thought the Black Album really got them high in the charts.
I hate the word commercial.
I know.
Because why is it when music sounds good, it's all of a sudden commercial?
I know.
That music's really great. It's commercial.
Well, what it is? It's because when they say you get commercial, that means you get more pop. You get more poppy, so you can get on MTV or get videos on MTV. Like Metallica. I mean, this is the exact words from the lips of James Hetfield back in 1984-85. He said, "MTV's for fags and pussies," and he did say this, and he said we would never put out a video. That's for the fag bands. Guess what? Metallica sold way more albums. They got more popular when they put their first freaking video on there. So James ate them words, man.
Yeah, I mean,
James is like now, like
Mayday, Mayday! Anyone copying Channel 9?
it's MTV is what made most of these bands have success.
I know.
And then, of course, MTV turned their back on everybody
Of course.
and said, "Oh, let's play some hip hop stuff, and
Yeah.
we'll play some stuff like they call it rock music, but there isn't any leads or anything, and we're gonna do that and forget about what made us. We're gonna forget about the '80s."
Yeah, we're gonna become a teenage soap opera station. Plays teenage soap opera like shows.
Yeah, about pregnant teenagers and
Yeah.
some losers from New Jersey that can't even do anything.
Remember, lesson 1. Imagine your entire audience is completely naked.
But but I think that MTV.
I said you did a piss poor job.
Yes. What do you think, Ed? Very piss poor job.
I would like to just get the people from MTV and beat the crap out of them.
Why did they still stay with the name MTV? MTV stands for music television. There's no freaking music on there anymore.
They have music like in the background of the shows and stuff.
Okay. So there's music in the background of shows on Channel 10. What the hell's your point?
Or you could come up with the debate that any noise is music, and just the people talking is a form of music.
I just like to get all the producers and stuff at MTV and
Hey, Carmine, let me ask you something. What sets off the metal detectors first? The lead in your ass or the shit in your brains?
that's exactly what I was going to say to the producers over there. Ugh. Sometimes when they came up with the new ideas, they should have just.
Anybody want to say no?
Yes, exactly. But yeah, the MTV made a lot like of the '80s bands on the videos and the ballads and stuff like that. And then when it just totally changed, but it's funny because like I said, Hetfield said all that stuff about never making a video, but as soon as Enter Sandman came out, my God, they blew up the charts. They just totally blew up the charts. And Hetfield sat there with his finger up his ass, like, oh, man, did they eat them words that I said back in 1984, man. Oh, did I? It's like...
I guess he was sleeping with one eye open, I guess. Wasn't
I
he?
guess he was, man. Hey, James!
Welcome to the party, pal!
Come on, dude. Come on, man. You got the best job on the planet, brother.
There's not a job on the planet that I would want you to work with me on.
Yep.
That's right. But what I bet you after James sat there and the ratings went out the freaking roof after they finally did decide to make videos and go totally against what he said. He probably sat there like,
Oh, man, I can't fucking believe this.
So anyway, we're back here to the Shakeman Show here on Aquanet Radio. We ain't gonna have time to get in the. Me and Ed were just talking about not getting time for the local shop block because we got coverage from Brewster's Pub, that Loaded Gun. We got some Kick It Out, the Heart Tribute Band, and Diamond Dogs, who we got a chance to play with. And like I said, I talked to Mark recently, and Mark, I hope to have Mark on the show sometime down the road. He said as soon as his schedule opens up a little bit, Mark's going to come on in the studio and hang out with us. So Mark Evans from Diamond Dogs and Ever After and Heaven's Edge fame.
Sweet, that'll be awesome.
Yeah, definitely. So, we are not going to get to the local shop block tonight, but we will. I promise you, we're going to play that coverage from Brewster's on next week's show, and hopefully Ed's going to join me.
Yeah, I should be here.
Yeah, Eddie O in the house.
I thought my name was Eddie Wang now.
Eddie Wang, that's right. Eddie Wang's in the house, and we're getting really good feedback about Eddie. So Eddie's like, I'm getting good feedback, and maybe I'll come back. And then when he heard about our ratings that Aquanet's getting, he said, "Oh my God, is that how many people are listening?"
It's like I'm famous.
You're famous, brother. You're on the Shakeman Show. It's listen worldwide.
Wow. People know me from all over the world. I can't go anywhere without somebody trying to snap some photos of me.
I know Ed was going to stop at the Wawa on the way home, but he's afraid of getting a crowd like.
I'm just
Welcome to the party, pal!
I'm just glad my bathroom doesn't have a window.
Oh.
Now, no reason to be shy. Let's see a little confidence, a little charisma, a little Dale Carnegie.
Anyway, I wanted to invite Ed because Ed's a good friend of mine, and I know we were going to have a great time on the show tonight and a blast, and we have. And we plan on giving you some more good shows down the road, and me and Ed were just talking about it, and we hope to have Ed to be a regular here at Aquanet.
Yeah, it sounds good. I have a lot of fun here, so.
Yeah, and like I said, we can sit here and talk about the 80s and talk about there's one thing that what Ed really likes about hanging out with me is, like, he said he loves the 80s music, but I got to actually experience it more than him. I got to see shows in the actual prime of these bands. So he loves that. He loves that. He wants to hear about my experiences and the shows I went to and all this, the local scene that I was playing back in the 80s and all that. So I feel kind of like a father figure to Ed.
Yeah, you're like a metal father figure to me. I was wearing diapers while you were rocking out at these awesome shows.
Hey, motherfucker.
I kind of feel like I'm kind of like, Ed's like stepfather or something.
Oh, Jesus.
Or something like that.
Come to the coast. We get together, have a few laughs.
That's exactly what me and Ed's doing.
Daddy, don't hit me. I didn't do it.
But anyway, we were talking about Ed being on the show, and I sat here and I said,
Anybody else want to negotiate?
but yeah, we had a lot of fun tonight, and we're looking forward to doing some more shows for you down the road. Oh,